Hi, welcome to the Science Chef Academy. I am Gabtech, your ICT tutor. In this video, we shall be continuing paper 2, February-March 2022 that we started. In the previous video, we look at document production. If you need more clarification on this, you need to see the last video. In this video, we'll be looking at data manipulation, that is database. Don't forget that paper 2 lasts for 2 hours 30 minutes and the total mark for paper 2 is 80. So for database, which is tag 3, here is the question. You are now going to prepare some reports. Make sure all currency values display the same currency symbol and are set to 2 decimal places. Number 13. Using a suitable database package, import the file m221makers.csv. To get this done, it's very easy. Let's go to our source file folder. Yes, in the folder, right click and go to new, then pick Microsoft Access database. You can call it February-March 2022. Then having done that, you double click to open. So here is the software that's opened. Let's go to the instruction. Using a suitable database package, import the file m221makers. To import it, we go to external data, go to new data source, and from file, and pick text file. Why? A CSV file is a text file. So we click on that, then we browse to pick the file from the folder. So here we'll pick makers.csv, open. Click OK. Here we have the preview. We look at the file very well. It is delimited, comma separated value. You go to next. From next, you discover that the first row is different from other rows. So it means first row contains field names. So we check this. From there, we go to next, or we can even go to advanced right from there. Either way, it is good for us. Go to advanced. So from advanced, we have this. The date order is DMY. Let's confirm from the question if there's anything like that. Use OK. All data type here is text. Set maker code as a primary key. So all text DMY maker code as primary key. So we go to next. From here, next, choose my own primary key and make marker code primary key according to the instruction. Next, then you click on finish. So click on close. We have the file that has been successfully imported. Just double click to open it. So let's look at the question again. Import the file m221 drives. That's another file to be imported as a new table in your database. So let's see that drives. That's what we want to import. We do the same thing. Create external data, new data source, text file, then browse drives according to the instructions. So we are picking drives, open, OK. In the same way, comma separated values. Next, since first row is different from others, we are going to tick first row contains field names, and from there we go to the advanced settings. Here from the advanced settings, let's do that against the question. Let's see what the question says. Use these field names and data types. So let's look at it and work with it. So drive code, model, maker code, suitability, connection, form factor, and format all are text. So from drive code to format are text, drive code to format, okay, text to format text. That is correct. So let's see the next one. The next one is capacity TB. That's number, read TB, write. Capacity TB number, read number, write number, price, number or currency, then stock number. So let us set all these. Very important to do that. So let's go. Okay, price, let's pick currency directly, currency according to the instruction. So capacity double, read and write. Let me see, read and write number but to 0 decimal places, so we can leave it as integer because to 0 decimal places. Then stock 0 decimal places, so we can leave it as integer too, integer. Then capacity TB is to 3 decimal places, so we can leave that as double so that we can be able to specify it as decimal number double. So with this we are good. Then we click OK, go to next. Is there any primary key to select? Set the drive code field as a primary key. That's the instruction. Drive code as the primary key. So I pick drive code. Here I choose my own primary key. Drive code as primary key. Next, then finish. So we close this. Here is the other table. Double click to open it. Here is the table. So let me go to design view so that I'll be able to specify other properties, especially from capacity TB. What's the property? 3 decimal places. For capacity TB, 3 decimal places. So I come here, I click in the row, and I come to decimal places under general, and I pick 3 decimal places. I think the next one is price, which has been set to currency. Let me see. Okay, 2 decimal places with currency symbol, 2 decimal places. So I come here, from decimal places I pick 2. Then when I'm done, I right click to save. I click to save on each of the tab. Then I go to datasheet view. Okay, you can see that these 2 decimal places, but it's not showing in 2 decimal places perfectly for all of them. So let me go back and get it done perfectly. I think is capacity TB to 3 decimal places. So I've set decimal places to 3. Then I come to format such that everything will be, and I pick fixed so that by far everything will be. Then I pick these 2 fixed so that the 2 decimal places will cut across all data. Then I save. Yes, now you have it this way, so you can see all the data under capacity B are all in 3 decimal places. This price in 2 decimal places. I think I'm good with this. So let's see the next instruction. The next instruction says save the data, then take screenshot evidence of the table structure showing the primary keys, field names, and data types. Place this in your evidence document for 5 marks. Very important. We must not miss these 5 marks. So let me quickly get that done. To save, right click here, come here to save, then I have that. So to take evidence document, I go to the design view of each of the tables. So this is the first table. I'll take the screenshot right now, and when taking the screenshot, ensure that every necessary detail is captured in your evidence document. Yes. So I pick this, the first one. Here is the first one, which is data type. Having taken that, I go to the evidence document. That's evidence 4. Evidence 4. I paste it. We are using the same evidence document we used for the first aspect of this question, which was document production. So let's take the next one by coming to this drive, go to design view and pick it to, I think it is wisdom for us to pick where we have the decimal places so that it can be seen that we use 2 decimal places. I might need to take the one I took the other one again. I need to take it again because I want to score 100%, which is possible for any candidate. Just make sure you pay attention to details and you see yourself scoring 100%. 100%. So I'll pick this one for drives. I pick it with this to show the 2 decimal places. Alright, having taken that, so I go to the evidence document. So this will be the second screenshot. Okay, let me take the other one again so that I can be sure that okay, everything is intact. Then I come back to normal view. So having done that, the next instruction says create a one-to-many relationship between the maker code field in the markers table and the maker code field in the drives table. Okay, so to do that, it's also very simple. I'll just go to database tools, and if there's anything you want to do you don't know under which of the menu, you can have it. Just come to tell me what to do and type it there. So come here, relationship, double tap, double click each of them, each of the tables, then you have it displayed here, and make sure that you open it up. Nothing should be hidden to get your full mark. Yes. Then the question says from maker code to maker code, one-to-many relationship, maker code to maker code. Here you can see one-to-many and click on create. So you have that. So what's the next instruction? The next instruction is take screenshot evidence showing the fields and type of relationship. Place this in your evidence document as evidence 5 to show the type of relationship. That's also very simple. Just come here with this open, just double click on this connection between the 2 tables and make sure you bring out this relationship type dialog box, so which is one-to-many. With this you can take the screenshots in such a way that everything will be captured. Everything will be captured, and that's what I want to do right now. So everything will be captured. I'll just come here and pick everything like this. Oh good. Then I go to the evidence document and paste it as evidence 5. Yes, that is there. So the next instruction is, let's see the next instruction, that's number 15. In the drive table, locate the record with drive code DD88. Let me copy this, DD88, and make the following amendment. Okay, let me go DD48, just say okay, yeah, close this, save, Let's go to the question again. In the drive code, in the drives table, I want to locate the drive code. This is the drive table. Save. To search for that, look at this search bar here, right here. Just copy paste to search for DD88. Yes, here we have it, DD88. Okay, good. This is the record. What happened to it? Said change the capacity TB to 2 and price to 450. The capacity TB to 2 and price to 450. That's the instruction. Price to 450. So edit it like this. Okay, what's the next thing to do? The next thing to do is check your data entry for errors, then save the data. It's very important that this data you captured from here should be done accurately. Check your data entry for errors, save the data. To save the data, just right click here and click on save. So we have done that part. The next thing will be in the drives table, locate and delete the record with the drive code DD65. DD65. That is in the drives table. In the drives table. Okay, this is the drive table. So I'm going to search for that. Okay, that is DD65. Then the question says we should delete the entire record. Let's confirm again and delete the record. And you save. So having located the record, here is DD65. Just click on the row header or row heading, right click and click on delete record. So we are done with that. Yes. Okay, the next one will be save the data. Save the data. To save the data again, I'll right click here, save. Okay, the next one is number 17. Using fields from both tables, produce a tabular report that selects the records where suitability is gaming or includes the text creative and read is greater than 2200. So let's do it one after the other. Using field from both tables, produce a tabular report from both data. So I go to create. I might need to close all this opened tab since I've saved it. Okay, then I come to create. Don't forget the instruction says produce a tabular report. Before you can produce a report, you need to create a query that you use to specify the what you want to filter from the database. So you come to create, come to query wizard, click on it. The instruction of course says from both tables. From both tables. So you are picking field from both tables. This is the first table, which is table drives. So I pick everything here and I go to the second table, which is makers. Then I pick everything here to make it easier for me. Then I will leave it on detail, shows every field or every record. The next, what name will I call this? Let's go back to the question. Now the appropriate name to name a query or to give to a query is best from the instructions. So I want to call this drives for gamers or creative work. So I can select this, copy. That's the name I want to call the query. Though you can call the query any name, but it's better you make the name a relevant name so that will help you. Then I click on finish. So I have that. So the next thing to do according to the instruction is select the records where suitability is gaming or includes the text creative. Suitability is gaming. So I go there, go to the design view of the query. Suitability is gaming. Suitability is gaming. So locate suitability. suitability is gaming. Here is suitability column. So under the criteria row, the question says suitability is gaming, and when we are writing that, we have to write it correctly. It's very important. Gaming or what? Let's see the question. Or according to the instruction, suitability is gaming or includes the text creative. So if you want to use includes, because of the includes, that will be star creative. Includes means it contains. It contains star creative star. All right, having said that, let's run and see whether we have that under suitability. Okay, it contains creative, gaming or creative, and that's what we have here. Then the next one, they said read is greater than 22,000. Read is greater than 22,000. So we go to the design view again. Read is greater than 22,000. So you come here in this criteria row, greater than 22,000 according to the instruction. Greater than 22,000. So contains a new field called retail. The new field is called retail, which is calculated at run time. Contains a new field called retail. So to get that done, you come to the design view, come to an empty column, call it the name retail, then you put colon. This is very important. Without space, just put retail colon before you put any space. So immediately after the name of the new field, the calculated field, you don't put any space. Yeah. So thereafter, you go to which is calculated at runtime. This field will calculate the price increased by 20%. So to get this done, contains a new field called retail, which we have done, calculated at runtime. This field will calculate the price increased by 20%. So to increase by 20% means whatever that value is, say for instance x multiplied by 1.5. Why? Because 20% is 0.5. So since we are finding increment, that will be that value, that is price multiplied by 1.5. That's how to get that done. So let's go there and say price, just type price star 1.5. that is 20% increase of the price. That's why we have 1.5. You know, a complete value is 100%, but because of 20%, which is 0.5, that is why that 100 and that 5% will give us price multiplied by 1.5. Please take note. If you need more clarification, please let me know. Drop it in the comment for me. I'm going to explain. So that is why we have this. Let's go and run it and see what we'll get, whether that would have worked. When we run it, it appears as though we don't have any value. Let's go back to our search criteria. It's very important. Oh, under read is greater than 2,200, not 22,000, 2,200. So please take note of that. This is very important, very, very important. Let me run it and see what we have. Oh yes, this is very correct. This is very correct. So go back. Let's do other things they ask us to do according to the instruction. So the instruction says that make sure that this field is formatted to display as currency with 2 decimal places. 2 decimal places. How do we get that done? 2 decimal places as currency. So when you have just come here, open the property sheet, and set it to 2 decimal places, currency, decimal places, set it to 2 decimal places, then you can run it to see what it will give you. Okay, retail, you can see that. And don't forget, our price was to set to decimal, currency. They have told us that it should display currency too, so we can do that to format currency decimal places too. Yes, that's very important too. So we have everything, consistency is there, price, and then retail that we just calculated. So we have that. Okay, that's very correct. That's very correct. So let's go to the next instruction. The next instruction says that shows only the fields, that is, the report shows only the fields drive code, model maker, country, suitability, form factor, read, capacity, TB, price and retail in this order, and then with data and labels displayed in full. Do not group the data. Very important, do not group the data. So to get this done, let's just go back to our work. We can save it, though we can do it in 2 ways. We can come here and uncheck those ones that are not required. We can do that, or better still, we can just save it and then come to create report wizard. Then we pick from that query in the order. We pick from that query drives for gamers or creative work. So let's pick in the order they have given us: drive code, model code, drive code, model code, model. What's the next thing? Maker, country, suitability, maker, country and suitability, maker, country and suitability. What's the next one? Form factor, read, capacity, form factor, read, and then capacity. Let me check that very well. Not capacity, but capacity TB. Capacity TB. Then the next thing is price, I guess. Price and retail in this order. Price and retail in this order. It's very important that we pick the fields they have asked us to pick and in the right order. That's how to score 100%. You know, my goal is that candidates begin to get 100%, especially in the practical paper 2 and paper 3. It is possible. It is possible. That's why you have to follow through as we explain the past questions. Then do not group the data. So how do we get that done? Just go to next. Okay, you can see here, in case you want to group, there's a way, but the question says do not group. That's why I'm going back so that we can see what that statement represents. The reason why I decided to go back is to explain the aspect of grouping. For example, if I go to next, let me go back so that I can explain that. Sorry. Yes, this is where I was going. Now look at this place. If the selection had been made by the maker's table or file, so to say, you would have grouped the report by maker and country, but the instruction has told us not to group the data. look at the instruction here. Do not group the data. Do not. So that is why, because we don't want to group, we select by this other one. Look at this, it is in different levels preview. If you come here, all the data will be on the same level, so there is no grouping here. Then you go to next, click next, and here for sorting, it is advisable. If you sort here, yes, it's possible, but if you sort here, your data will be rearranged. Remember the order with which we pick each of the fields. If you sort here, the first one you pick will come first, which might alter what you have picked or what you have arranged. So it is wisdom for us to to sort later in the report. So go to next, and since the instruction says tabular, let it be on tabular. And I think portrait orientation, let's check, let's confirm that. Okay, it said yes, as a page orientation of landscape, it is landscape. So I'm going to change this to landscape and follow the instruction, landscape, then click on next. And then it's asking what name should we call the report. We are going to use the name that has been given in the question. That is very important, which is drives for gamers or creative work. Select this, then I'm copying it, so I'm going to delete this and put that as the preferred or the required name. Then I click on finish. So here is the report in the design view. So let me go back to the question. Okay, sort the data into ascending order of country. Ascending order of country. So I will do that, ascending order of country. To sort, we can sort in design view or we can sort in the layout view. So sometimes I like to use the layout view. So if I use the layout view, I'm going to select my data from the column heading. The moment I click on the column heading, then I come to format, report layout design, report layout design, report layout design, then come to group and sort. Immediately you click on group and sort, this dialog box will come, then go to add a sort, because that's exactly what the question asks us to do. The question says we should sort the data into ascending order of country. Ascending order of country, so just pick under select field country, ascending order, pick country. Ascending order means A on top, A on top, that is ascending order. So pick that, then you see that for the country in ascending order, I, J, U, in that order. So the next instruction is that the report field on a single page wide with no page number displayed, with no page number displayed. So I'm going to get that done right now with no page number display. How am I going to see whether page number is displayed? Let me go to print preview. From there I'll see the way the report will look like when it comes out of the printer. Oh, look at page number. Here is page number. So but the instruction says page number should not display. So how do I get that done? So to get that done is by coming to the design view. From the design view, I'll remove the page number placeholder, and the page number placeholder is this label or text box that is holding equals to page. So I click on it, I press delete. So I have removed the page number by so doing. So let's look at the question again and be sure. Fit on a single page wide includes only the text drive for gamers or creative work as a title at the top of the report. So to get that done also is very easy. So what do? I go back to this. Let me close this property sheet for now. I will come to layout view and preview the way the report looks. So with this, I can see some things are hidden, so let me adjust it. How do I adjust it? Click the column heading, press down the control key for multiple selection and click the next one immediately under it. The entire column will be selected. Then you can adjust it. Ensure that you have set your paper to A4 if your printer is using A4. Let me confirm that so that I don't need to do that. A4. I've selected A4. So the next one is model. Let me adjust it. Nothing should overlap, nothing should be hidden. So I move it this way a bit so that I can create room for others. Then I come to this last one, retail. Open it up. Yes, open it up. Nothing should be hidden. Red. Let me pick it. Okay. I adjust it a bit. Yes. And I come to price. I adjust price too. Then I come to capacity TB and I adjust it. Yes. Good. Adjust it. Look at the way I'm doing that so that I can have a professional looking report. Yes, it's possible. You can actually score 100%. Can score 100%. I have that. Yes, nothing is hidden. Everything is intact. Nothing is hidden. Yes, this is how to get it right. Okay, this one needs a bit adjustment. Just adjust it. Yes. Okay, good. It's looking like exactly what I want to get. Good. Oh, good. Yes, good. Exactly. Okay, this looks good. Then what other thing can I do to it? Let me just go to design view so that it will be fast very quickly. Report design. I'm bolding this format, bolding, change the automatic. Okay, good. You can do it also for the column headings. Okay. Then I come to bold. Yes. Okay, let's look at what the instruction says next. As the title at the top of the report, ask your name, center number and candidate number on the report. So how do I do that? I'll just come to report design and I pick label, so I can put it here on the page footer. Your name, center number 1 2 3 4, candidate number 5 6 7. Also, I may decide to bolding that so that it will look yes, that's good. I think that's all for that question. Yes, save and print your report. Make sure that You have entered your name, center number, and candidate number on your report. Save and print your report. To save, I'll click here, save. Let's go to print preview and see the way it looks like. Yes. So I have drives for gamers for creative work on a landscape orientation. Then it has my name, date, and then the page number has been removed according to the instruction. I think this is good. This is very correct. Good. Let me see. Okay, that is correct. You can see that is the data. So for the instruction, it says it asks your name, center number, and candidate number on the report, and that's what I just did. Okay, I have my name, my center number, and candidate number on the report. So the next one, let's see. Save and print your report. Make sure that you have entered your name, center number, and candidate number on your report. All these for 8 marks. Very important. So what I do is to preview, going to print preview and see the way it looks like. Yes, exactly, this is the way it will look on paper. This is the way it will look on paper. Then after I've done that, I have picked the right page layout, the right paper size, margin. Thereafter, then I hit the print button. Here you hit the print button and it comes out of the printer. So that is very correct. So let's see the next instruction. Here the instruction says this field will calculate the price increased by 20%. 20% is 20 over 100, which is 1 over 5, and in decimal it is 0.2. Since we want to find a price increase by percentage, so the increment will make us add on 1 to that 0.2 from 20%. So from there we are going to get price multiplied by 1.2, price multiplied by 1.2, because it's an increment. Price multiplied by 1.2. So to get that done, that will be price multiplied by 1.2, and don't forget the value here is to be set to currency and to 2 decimal places. So you open the property sheet and set it to currency here and pick decimal places to be 2. Then when you are done, just go and run it and see the way it displays. Okay, and from there you see that it has displayed it in the currency, the system currency, which is pounds, and then to 2 decimal places. So for number 18, using field from both tables, produce labels for drives. Labels are used to give reports in a very brief way. So let's look at how to get that done. Using field from both tables, produce labels for drives. So the first thing to get done is to create a query. So come to create and go to query wizard. Since the instruction says from both tables, so we pick from both tables. Make sure that what you are picking is table. Please take note. From drives, pick it, and also from makers, you pick it. Next. So you can call this, what name can we call it? Let's check the question paper. You can call it label large capacity drives for home use. Large capacity drives for home use. Let's say that's the name we want to call it. Okay, that's the second query. You can call it query 2. if you wish. Then click on finish. So here is the query. To specify criteria, we go to the design view of the query. So what are the criteria? Let's look at the criteria. Alright, select the records where suitability is home or includes the text so home or include the text so where suitability is home. So come to the criteria row of suitability where suitability is home or contains home or contains or includes the text so To include the text so means star so star. Let's run it and see whether it works before we go too far. Suitability, yes, so or home, you can see that so or home. Then the next instruction is format is SSD. Format is SSD. Let's go to the design view and see the way it displays. Format is SSD. Then the next one is price is less than 130. Price is less than 130. Here is price less than 130. Then the next one, capacity TB is 1 or more. 1 or more. 1 or more. Capacity TB is 1 or more, means greater or equals 1. 1 or more, greater or equals 1. Let's run it and see what we get. So here is the report. Okay, then the next instruction says that using this selection, let me highlight this. Using this selection, produce labels. Like I said initially, labels are form of reports. Using this selection, produce labels which are sorted into ascending order of price. Display 8. So ascending order of price, let me sort it. Ascending order of price. Design view. Ascending order of price. Here is price. Sort ascending order of price. Okay. What more? Display 8 to the page and 2 side by side in portrait layout. For example, 99.00 millimeter wide by 67.70 millimeter high. So this is the dimension. Display the fields in the positions as shown. Display the fields in the position as shown. Maker. Okay, good. So let's get that done and see what we get from there. So at this junction, view your query report or results from the query. Save. Then go to create and go to labels. From labels, don't forget I told you labels are examples of reports. Look at what was given the dimension 90. Let's look at it. That is 99 millimeter by 67. 99. So that is average J8565. That's the type. So the number across is the number of columns. The instruction asks us for that number of cross. It said, and it should be 2 side by side. That's number of columns. So 2. Then go to next. What's the next instruction? Display the fields in the positions as shown below. So you want us to display this according to how it is displayed here. So click next. Let's check the question again. Said display the fields in the position as shown below. Display the text large capacity drive for home use. So let me pick this so that it can serve as the title, so to say. So I can copy it and paste it at the beginning so that it serves as title. So when I get here, I just paste it here, it serves as title, and I press enter and begin to pick according to the instruction. Let's see. Said we should have maker, city, okay, maker, model, city, country, maker, model, city, country. Okay, good. Maker, what's the next? Model, pattern maker. You have a model. What's the next thing? City, country, seat, city, and country. Then the next one, suitability, connection format, suitability, connection, then format, then price, okay. Next, we have already sorted in ascending order, so there is no need to do that again. So this is the same name, you call it, one name would you call it, then you click on finish. So let's see the way it looks. Yes, this is the way it looks. Remember, this will serve as our title, so we can select it here, come to format, and probably increase it and change the font size to the default automatic, and let me make it maybe 10. That's good. All right, then also the instruction says that let me see the instruction. The instruction says that in a large bold font at the top of each label, have your name, center number, and candidate number at the bottom of each label. Your name at the bottom of each label. So to have that at the bottom, we go to report design, then I pick label at the bottom and I drag it open. My name, center number, in my case I use 1 2 3 4, and candidate number 5 6 7. Let me bold in this a bit. Format, automatic, probably bolding. So I have that. Let me adjust it. This also, let me select and adjust it so that I can have automatic and probably bold if need be. So I have that. and I just make sure that my work is neat. So okay, this is better. Then let me go to print preview so that I see the way it looks like. Okay, good. Look at it. Good. Exactly 8 according to the instruction. 1 2 3 4. This is exactly 8 according to the instruction. So let me see the instruction again and be sure. It said that it should have display 8 to the page and 2 side by side in portrait layout. So let me go there. So portrait, let me pick the size of my paper because of printing A4. So I'm good. In case they ask you, here we have 2 columns. Look at the 2 columns and 4 rows. Imagine the question says you have 2 columns and 3 rows. What you need to do is that you take it to design view. By now you have 4 rows, but you want to have 3 rows. What you do is that you reduce it here. If you reduce it here, the number of rows you will accommodate will reduce. For example, let's see this. Okay, we still have 4. So if I open it up wide, I still have 4. If I open it up wide, that's how to adjust the number of rows by opening it up or closing it up. So let me open it up very well so I can have 3. I'll go to print preview and note that for label, it is until you go to print preview before you can see the number of columns and number of rows. For example, because I open it so wide, I have 2 rows. So if I want to have 3 rows, I'll go back to the design view and adjust it. Let me just close it up a little bit to see what I will get. A little bit and see what I will get. Okay, a little bit. Okay, I've closed it up. Let me go and see from the print preview. Let's see. Oh, now I have 3. So if I close it up again, it will accommodate 4. That's how to adjust that in label. This is very important. If I adjust it, okay, close it up a bit, I'll be able to have the 4 rows according to the instruction. So don't be surprised that you're not seeing it until you adjust that place. That's how it works. So the next instruction says have your name and center number, which we have just done. Have your name and center number. That's what I just did now. So then at the bottom of each label, save and print your labels. Make sure that you have entered your name, center number and candidate number on your labels. And the total mark of this question is 28 for database. So let me get that done and you see the way it looks like. Okay, I've done that. The name is there, center number, candidate number. This is intact. So when I'm satisfied and I've done everything the question asked me to do, then the next thing is to hit the print button to select the printer. So make sure you go to print preview, because without print preview you cannot see it in the number of rows and columns like this. So that is how the labels can be created and printed. So we have come to the end of the database aspect of this question. If you are able to learn anything at all, please drop a comment for us, like, share this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I will conclude with the word of John Hall, which says learning is not the product of teaching. Learning is the product of the activity of learners. Ensure you practice all the activity in these videos and the ones we have done earlier, and as you do, you get better. See you next time. In the next video, we shall be looking at mail merge. Ensure that you stay on course. Bye for now.